So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. This is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, exhibition match sounds like an easy-ozy game of football, Peter, and a picture-perfect occasion until the word pride gets a mention. And it's likely to have quite a big say between teams that could easily be sucked into an excuse for another feud. Why let an exhibition match get in the way of that? So these two will be going at it very, very strongly.
There's the whistle, and here we go. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I'm a huge fan of Bukayo Saka. Someone always praised for his versatility, his attitude, and his cleverness around the pitch. He has the potential to excel in all positions across that front line. But I personally like to see him as part of a front three. I think he operates best in that area.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Calafiori. Martinelli. Calafiori. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Pedro Neto. Fofana. Cucurella. Palmer. Timber. Odegaard. Rice. Martinelli. Calafiori. Oh, such a clever touch. And here's Martinelli. Martinelli played out to the left flank. And it's Odegaard. João Pedro. Good run through the middle, but he needs support. Lobbed in behind. Timber with the clearance. And that's another throw. Palmer opts to play it back. Martinelli. Calafiori. And they've got a throw. And here's Martinelli. Danger averted for now. Palmer. Now it's João Pedro. Gabriel, and the keeper's got it again. Rice. Martinelli. Saka. And it's Timber. Great chance! There are a few waiting for it. Lovely bit of skill. Cross in. Oh, smashing header! No, he's got that completely wrong. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Palmer. Succumbs to the pressure. Caicedo does really well to win the ball there. Cucurella crosses it in. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Can he deliver? And here's Palmer. Fernandez. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Palmer.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Palmer clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Bullish header! Couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Caicedo. Colwell shifted upfield. James chooses to go cross-field. Chalobah. Fernandez. Fofana. Martinelli. Odegaard. Rice. Martinelli. And the shot! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's played forward. João Pedro. He has found a way through. Now it's Pedro Neto. Gabriel gently done. Martinelli. Great defending, strong and determined. Colwell defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Saka.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Calafiori. Martinelli. That's very neat. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Fernandez. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
James. Fernandez. And it's Fernandez. Palmer. And that is out of play. Palmer, cross into the box.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence the decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Rice. Martinelli. Rice. Pedro Neto. And it's James. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. To cut it out. Saka. Saka forwards and with intent. Pedro Neto. Oh, that's well done, really robust. João Pedro. Can he finish? And that certainly packs a punch. Saliba aimed forwards. Calafiori. Odegaard. Pedro Neto. Palmer. Now, where's he looking? First quarter of an hour gone. 0-0 still. No lack of chances, though.
Well, it's certainly not a grab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Caicedo. Fernandez. Cucurella. And it's Palmer. João Pedro. Palmer. It's run loose here. James crossing. Up he goes! There is the breakthrough! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Timber. Saka. Lovely feet. Odegaard. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. João Pedro. Cucurella going full steam ahead down the left flank. And here's Palmer. That is lovely. So who's he picking out? Saliba can get it clear. Charging forward, the ball at his feet. Saka. He's on a charge, but he's on his own for now. Tries a shot! Another save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
Saka. No question, that's a foul. That is definitely not his best. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And it's Timber. Oh, nice touch. Rice, delicate ball, and it needs to be. João Pedro. Oh, that's a nice ball. Caicedo's cross. Martinelli. Gabriel. Rice. Saka. Timber. Played towards the other side. Rice. Saka. João Pedro. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella proves just a little bit too strong. Rice. Moved on forwards. That has been cut short. Pedro Neto. James. Ball is over the line. Can he latch on to this? Goes for a shot! No, not this time.
João Pedro really had to do more with such a good ball. It goes down as avoidable waste.
Odegaard. Timber. Saka. Rice. Nice physical challenge. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Caicedo. Odegaard. Martinelli. Timber. Odegaard. Is there any support? He might not need it. James. Chalobah. Fofana. Palmer. Fernandes. Saka. Odegaard. Timber. Oh, sweet feet. Odegaard. Martinelli. That's left him on the seat of his pants. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Fofana. Fernandes. Moved on forwards. Calafiori. Timber. That's good play. And it's Rice. Ødegaard. Fernandes wins the duel this time. João Pedro. Cucurella. Fernandes. James. Caicedo. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto has a look inside the box. Delivers with wit. Oh, what a climb! Ødegaard. Saka. Martinelli.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
Caicedo. Approaching the half-hour mark. Colwell right over towards the opposite flank. And a play for a throw. And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard knocks it out wide. Timber hurtling down that right flank. Oh, that's neat. Plenty waiting in the middle. Saka. And it's played forward. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Ødegaard. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Caicedo does well to get it back. Pedro Neto. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Colwell. And he goes cross-field. What a throw-in. Saka. Fernandes is the guilty party there. Capier. Rice. Pedro Neto. Cucurella. Palmer. Fofana shifted upfield. Delivered with takes a shot! Well, it was a decent attempt in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Out to the left it goes. Palmer. Odegaard. Odegaard. Timber. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Martinelli. Rice. Played into the middle. João Pedro. And it's Cucurella. Caicedo. Palmer spread out to the left. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Saka goes on a charge down the left. Looks to the other side. Timber. Saka. Oh, they could be caught out here. Palmer. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And it's Palmer. Fernandes. Caicedo. Over to the left. Cucurella picks it up now.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a begging.
And the counter is on. Rice forwards and with intent. João Pedro. James has created one goal already. Chalobah. Fernandes. Palmer. Cucurella. Palmer. Palmer takes a look up. Palmer. Diving header! And that was a full-blooded header.
No complaints about his effort and commitment. He just needs to start heading in the right direction to get the drift.
Timber. Rice, gently done. Martinelli. Out to the left it goes. James wins the duel this time. Martinelli, now here's the delivery. That's going to go a long way. That's tidy. Martinelli. Saka. Saka! Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Saka! Caicedo. Pedro Neto. James, aim forwards. There's no flag. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Rice. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. James. Pedro Neto. Now it's Pedro Neto. Caicedo. James. Clipped into space. It's gone out for a throw-in. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Played in with purpose. Well read. And the danger is averted. Timber.
Good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Fernandez. And it's Cucurella. Here's Fernandez. Fernandez laid out to the left flank. Saliba gently done. Odegaard. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Calafiori goes on a run down the left wing. Colwell is there, and he can get that clear. James. Referee's given a throw. Muscular approach does pay off here. Calafiori. Odegaard. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Out to the right. James, forwards and with intent. Cleared away. Calafiori. Looks to the other side. Palmer. Cucurella. Timber makes the interception. Palmer has given away a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. Gabriel. Martinelli. Saka! Caicedo. Correa. João Pedro. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. So off we go once more. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Timber. Odegaard. Timber. Rice. Saka. Saka is fouled. Martinelli. He is just caressing the ball. Pedro Neto. Odegaard. Chalobah tries to clear. Proves too strong. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Timber. There's the header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Oh, the clearance is short. Capuyi. Martinelli. Saka! Gets it away. Calafiori. Rice. And here's Martinelli. Martinelli spread out to the left. Chalobah can get it clear. And claimed it back swiftly. Saka. Pedro Neto. João Pedro. Fernandes. Correa. Palmer. Chalobah. Moved on forwards. Saka. Great defending, strong and determined. Rice. Saka. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Chalobah. Colwill. And it's played forward. Pedro Neto. Ooh, delicate chip through. And the keeper has it. Martinelli. And here's Saka. Chance for a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Correa. Nice looking ball. Cleared without complication. Hit into the middle. Pedro Neto. Odegaard. Saka. Martinelli with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Cucurella. Pedro Neto succumbs to the pressure. Odegaard. Timber. Done delicately. Now it's Saka. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Saka. Fofana. Early ball out from the back. Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto looking to get on the end of this. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Now who's going to be first to this? Oh, shooting chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's been taken short. Here's Fernandez. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pedro Neto. Aimed in towards the centre. Can he get... and he'll shoot here! Attempts, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Rice. That's really well manoeuvred. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Calafiori. Played towards the other side. And it's Timber. Cucurella. Fofana. Colwell. Fernandez. Oh, good spread. Pedro Neto has it in a wide position. He slings it in. Martinelli. Calafiori. Calafiori chooses to go cross-field. Now it's João Pedro. Cucurella. Showing good feet. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Played out wide. Cucurella. Caicedo. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Pedro Neto. Martinelli. And it's Timber. Muscular approach does pay off here. Odegaard. Martinelli. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, football is a simple game, complicated by footballers. Why doesn't he slip that to the right?
Out to the left it goes. And reclaimed it in a trice. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. Obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Saka! Oh, special! That is a special goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Arsenal are level. That was beautiful. Something close to genius. That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Nice physical challenge. João Pedro. Palmer. And here's Palmer. Oh, that's nice. Lofted in.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Calafiori, and he goes cross-field. Decent chance!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he has been fouled there.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Tries to get it clear. It's a throw-in. A chance to play it in. That has been knocked clear. Odegaard. Palmer gets a foot in here. Pedro Neto. Just about up to the hour now. James. Caicedo. James. And here's Neto. Now it's Pedro Neto. That has found him in acres of space. Climbs up big! It's a goal! And they've got their lead back.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Timber. Saka. Palmer does really well to win the ball there. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Strong running down that left flank. Brilliantly cut out. Calafiori. Gabriel. Timber is onto it in a flash. Ødegaard. Timber.
Martinelli, really...
The referee's awarded a free kick. Saka. Martinelli. Timber. Timber played over towards the opposite flank. João Pedro. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella. João Pedro. And here's Palmer. Fernandes. Saka wins the duel this time. Saka. Timber. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Cucurella. Caicedo. Played towards the other side. Fernandes. Over to the left. Palmer looking to run onto it. Yep, it's a corner. Better. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And a chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Fofana. Caicedo. Chalobah. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto shifted upfield. Have it back and can go again. Caicedo. Good chance here! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And it's Timber. Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Saka! It's a mighty effort! That was superb goalkeeping!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Rice goes short. Nice control. And he shoots! He wasn't that far away.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Caicedo. Colwell. Caicedo. Moved on forwards. The pass has gone astray. Ødegaard. Oh, that's well done, really robust. That's a good run down the left. Nicely intercepted. Rice. Calafiori. Rice. Calafiori. Ødegaard. That's surely a foul, free kick. And here's Martinelli. Ødegaard. Saka. Cucurella. Now it's Palmer. Fernandes. Palmer. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Fofana cuts out the pass. Cucurella. Now it's Palmer, and it's Cucurella. Can he get onto this? Looking for a decent ball in. It is a corner. Rice. going to be pulled back for that one. Gabriel. Martinelli. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. It looks to me as though both sides are shifting their tactics here, aren't they?
Well, it's attack versus defence now, and it's actually quite abrasive. One side looking to get balls into the box, and the other doing their utmost to repel whatever arrives.
Palmer. João Pedro. Fernandes. Pedro Neto! And that would have won it.
I tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he could smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Rice. Rice played out to the left flank. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And it's Rice. Purring through the gears, drilled in low. Pedro Neto in acres of space out wide. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Saka. João Pedro. Saka. Played out to the right. Sanchez claims comfortable. Cucurella. Palmer. And it's Cucurella. Very nicely done. And he's heaved it away. Fofana. Caicedo. James. Proves too strong. Chalobah. James. Pedro Neto. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Calafiori. And it's Timber. Fofana. Palmer. Could be danger here. Palmer. Fofana, aim forwards. Saliba. Saka does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Great defending, strong and determined. James. Colwill. Fernandes. That's really well manoeuvred. Martinelli. Incapuyi. Rice. Saka played out towards the right wing, and he's managed to get free. Time to deliver. Ødegaard. Saka. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Pedro Neto.
Caicedo. James. Caicedo. And it's played forward. Well timed, excellent interception. Martinelli. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Well, some of the players here are letting their emotions get the better of them. They do have to be careful. This must not be inflamed any further.
Hefty challenge, but fair enough. Chalobah tries to clear. It's Timber. Fernandes does really well to win the ball there. João Pedro, spread out to the left. Cucurella. Fofana. Fernandes. Chalobah forwards and with intent. Cucurella, that's an imaginative pass. Oh, easy pickings there. Ødegaard. Ødegaard chooses to go cross-field. Martinelli. James. Caicedo. Fernandes. Palmer. Cucurella. Fernandes. The final 5 minutes. Fernandes, gently done. Ødegaard. Saka. Fofana. Cucurella. Oh, red, nice interception. Fofana. Fernandes. Over to the left. That's a throw. And it's Ødegaard. That is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Colwill looks to the other side. Saliba. Nkapuyi. Rice. Timber. Saka. Wins the duel this time. He can get that clear. That's a throw. Palmer going full tilt down the left. Oh, that's nice. So who's he picking out? Crossed into the box. Saliba. Saka. Some good work on the right flank here. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Palmer. Chalobah. Colwill. Caicedo. Colwill forwards and with intent. And that's a throw. Odegaard. Saka. And he goes cross-field. Calafiori. Good play on the left-hand side here. Martinelli. Saka. It's made its way to him. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Fernandes. Now it's Palmer. And it's Fernandes. Can he latch on to this? Raya deals with that nice and simple. Calafiori. Martinelli. Calafiori. Incapuyi. Rice. Martinelli. Out to the left it goes. There are a few waiting for it. Nice physical challenge. James gets rid without sophistication. Odegaard. Saka. Out towards the flank. The less said about that pass, the better. Correa. Palmer. João Pedro. Palmer. Tries a measured ball. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Well, how will we look back on that? That's where we have to end it from me.